Hi everyone, I'm Miss Johanna. Thank you so much for joining me for another virtual story time. I have two books today that have very little in common, but we're going to read them both because they're both blue. So let's get started. We got to do our opening song first. Let's put our hands up and open them up really wide. Awesome. All right, are you ready? Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them, lay them in your lap, lap, lap. Now creep them, slowly creep them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not put them in. Now shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them just like this, this, this. Roll them, roll them, roll them, roll them, and blow a little kiss. Mwah! Oh. Fantastic job. All right. So our first story is called I Don't Want to Go to Sleep. And it was written by Dev Petty and illustrated by Mike Bolt. And we are reading it with permission from Doubleday Books. I don't want to go to sleep. I can't wait for winter. Why? The snow, the fun. Pig told me all about it. I'll skate and drink warm things. Did I mention the snow? Oh, sorry. You don't get to have fun in winter. Why not? Because you're a frog. Frogs hibernate. Do you know the word hibernate? I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. It means you sleep. Your dad is hibernating right now. He is? Didn't you wonder where he's been? That explains a lot. But I want to be curled up like a cat by the fire. You can't do that. Why not? Frogs like to be warm. There's a fine line between warm and crispy. I want to be like Pig. Pig sleeps in a fluffy plaid blanket. You can't do that. Why not? First of all, you could get lost in here. Also, plaid isn't your color. Mostly, though, I'm taking his blanket. I want to play in the snow, like Rabbit. You can't play in the snow. Why not? Ever heard of a snow frog? No? Want to guess why? Uh-oh. Frogs don't do well in snow. Let me explain. In winter, frogs sink to the bottom of the pond and cover themselves in mud. There's the frog and the pond's frozen, so there's ice and there's snow on top. They sleep there until spring. Ah! See? So everyone will be having fun while I'm asleep in the mud? Yes, hibernating, like our friend Bear. Do you know bears hibernate too? They don't do it at the bottom of a pond, though. I don't want to be a bear. What's wrong? You're all going to have fun, and I'm going to spend winter sleeping like a cold, muddy bear frog. A bear frog's not a thing. Well, we don't have that much fun in winter. Sometimes I burn my tongue on cocoa. I lost my scarf once. My snowballs aren't always round. Thanks for trying, guys. Is there anything we can do? Well, there is one thing. Thanks for coming, everyone. Just think, it's only 139 days until spring. Did he say 139? Do you think they're really going to be able to hibernate with him? I don't think so. but that's okay. But now we learned something new about frogs, so that's fun. So maybe we should sing our frog song that we've sung before in story time. And so can you hold up 5 fingers? And these are going to be our 5 green and speckled frogs. Are you ready? Okay. 5 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. Think you can sing along with me if we do it again? And don't forget to say yum, yum, and ribbit, ribbit. Okay. 4 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. What do we say? Ribbit, ribbit. 3 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 2 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is, how many? 1 green speckled frog. Ribbit, ribbit. All right, last one. 1 green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. They jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. Good job. All right. I have one more story, and it's kind of silly, and it's called Cindy Moo, and it was written by Lori Mortensen and illustrated by Jeff Mack, and we're reading it with permission from Harper Books. All right, Cindy Moo. What kind of animal is Cindy Moo? Well, she says moo. That's a good hint. She's a cow. All right, what's she doing? Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Have you ever heard that rhyme before? Over at the diddle farm, a little bit past 8, the cows all heard a nursery rhyme that caused a great debate. Diddle cows stood in the barn and listened to each word about the cow that jumped the moon, amazed at what they heard. Across the moon? Cried Buttercup. No way, said Honey Bun. The moon's too high and much too far. It simply can't be done. And as the cow scoffed at the thought, a voice rose loud and true. Why can't a cow jump to the moon? The voice was Cindy Moo. The cows began to argue. Each took a different side, but in the end they all confessed that none of them had tried. So Cindy Moo raised up a hoof and said that it was true. If that cow could jump the moon, by golly, I can too. As Cindy Moo waltzed to the field, the others gathered round. She jumped that moon with room to spare in one grand bovine bound. She pawed her hooves, she shook her head, and she ran and picked up speed, and with a mighty moo, she jumped across a prickly weed. Told you so, said Honey Bun. Too bad, said Buttercup. Cows weren't meant to jump the moon. Why don't you just give up? But Cindy Moo ignored her friends. She'd made a solemn vow. She'd jump across the silver moon as soon as she knew how. The next night after grazing, she caught a stunning sight. The moon was perched upon the hill, a ball of silver light. Cindy Moo let out a snort and charged up to the top. But when she reached the grassy peak, she skidded to a stop. Instead of staying on the hill, much to her surprise, the moon flew off the grassy ridge back up to star-filled skies. Cindy Moo plopped to the ground. Would it be for naught? Jumping the moon, she said, is harder than I thought. Back inside the barn that night, the worst of all came true. Rain clouds swept the moon away. What was she to do? She couldn't jump what wasn't there. Perhaps the herd was right. The moon and cows would never mix, not then or any night. But late that night, when raindrops stopped, she peeked outside and found the moon had slipped down to the earth upon the rain-soaked ground. What do you see? Is the moon in the puddle? Is the moon really in the puddle, or is it a reflection of the moon? Cindy Moo kicked up her heels and raced with all her might, and with a happy moo, she jumped across the moon that night. Did she jump over the moon? Yay! Her friends came out and marveled much. Miss Moo, you've done it now. A cow can really jump the moon as long as she knows how. And ever since that rainy night, the cows do not debate. Whenever rain clouds pass their way and it is growing late, they gaze upon that puddled moon and jump it 2 by 2. And guess who leads the diddle herd? Of course, it's Cindy Moo. The end. Good job. Thank you for listening to that story. Did that one have a lot of good rhyming words in it? It did. That made it really fun to read. So thanks for listening. All right. Well, we're going to wave goodbye. And we have a song to do with that too. So we got to wave high and wave low. I think it's time we got to go. Wave your elbows and wave your toes. My toes are right on there. Wave your tongue and wave your nose. Wave your knees and wave your lips and blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your, what are these? Your ears, and wave your hair, and wave your belly, and wave your derriere. That's your bottom. Wave your chin, and wave your eyes, and wave your hands, and say goodbye. And thank you so much for watching another virtual story time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.